Rajput, and this time, on the special request of my viewers, subscribers, I am going to solve GATE 2019 paper. So basically, in this video, we will solve part 1 or part A, that is compulsory for geophysics and geology peoples, and part B, that is for geology peoples only, but not numericals. So I want to make a separate video on numericals. Till then, hope you like it. Please do like, comment and subscribe my channel. So let's start. So the first question is, on the present day global plate tectonic map, the reunion of hotspot is located in. So first of all, what is hotspot? A hotspot is a kind of volcanism which is different from other types of volcanism, and it generally occurs at the interior part of lithospheric plates. Well-known examples are Hawaiian, Yellowstone hotspots. So, a hotspot is a region within the Earth's mantle from which heat rises through a process of convection, and the region is called mantle plume. So, basically, hotspot volcanism is unique because it doesn't occur at the boundaries of the Earth or tectonic plates where all the volcano occurs. They are exceptionally occur from a hot center, and these centers are called the mantle plumes. So if we talk about this question, the present day is on the African plate, but if we talk about the past, so Indian plate, for example, in Indian plate, Deccan basalt is due to the reunion of hotspot, and the current example is like Hawaiian, but it's not in the option, so the correct answer is C. Now moving to the next question. Which of which one of the following statement about the planetary motion of the solar system is incorrect? Means there is one option which is incorrect and remaining are correct. So first of all, check the correct options and why it is correct. So A, the orbital radius of planet sweeps out equal area in equal interval of time. So this is the Kepler's second law of planetary motion. Okay, so this one is correct. Okay, this one is correct. Then C, planet revolves in anti-clockwise direction related to the point above the plane of planetary motion. Yeah, it's correct. Most of the planet revolves in anti-clockwise direction, but some planets like Venus and Uranus moves in the clockwise direction. Now D, at least one focus of the elliptical orbit of each planet lies at the same point. Yes, again it's true. It's uh, it's the Kepler's first law of motion. Okay. Now let's check B. The orbital speed of the planet is constant throughout their respective orbit. No, it's wrong. Since we know that our orbit is elliptical, right? And Sun is always at one of the focus of this elliptical orbit. Suppose this is the ellipse, okay? And Sun is at this point, okay? Now when Earth is here, so when Earth comes here, the gravitational pull between Sun and the Earth is more as compared to this place, right? So to counter this gravitational force, it increases its orbital velocity. So at different points, planet has different orbital velocity in the same orbit. So the incorrect statement is B. Now moving to the third question. Choose the correct combination of the following statements. Okay. So the first statement is the correct order of magnetic chron from the oldest to the youngest is Gilbert, Gauss, Motoyama and Bernoulli. Statement 2. Magnetic chrones Gilbert and Motoyama and the reverse chrones like Gauss and Bernoulli are normal. So firstly we have to know what is chron and what is all this. So basically a chron, or we can also say a polarity chron, is the time interval between polarity reversal of Earth's magnetic field. It's a term used in magnetostratigraphy. That is basically a branch of geology to name the time interval represented by magnetostratigraphic polarity units. So it represents a certain period in a geological history where the earth's magnetic field was dominant as a normal or as a reverse. So according to this question, we all know that now this time it's normal magnetic field, right? So you know that this D, the B thing is normal, right? And again there is a reversal, there is an alternate normal and reverse in the magnetostratigraphy thing. So if it is normal, if it is in, then it is R. Okay, so similarly this is again in and Gilbert is R. So this is the correct statement. The first statement is correct, because if today is the normal, the youngest one is normal, then the oldest one is the reverse, right? Now look into the second statement. Magnetic Crohn's, Gilbert and Matiyama are reverse, whereas Gross and Uranus are normal. Again we can see here that this thing and this thing are normal, and second and fourth one is normal, and first and third one is the reverse. So both the options are correct, right? Statement 1 and 2 both are correct. So moving to the next question. Now the body waves. So what is body waves? Body waves are basically mechanical waves. So the C is the right answer. Now what is body waves? So these are the waves which are move in the, these are the seismic wave which moves in the earth, not on the surface of the earth. So they are formed whenever there is a seismic activity or earthquake happen, and it is produced from the focus of the earthquake. Okay, so the correct answer is the mechanical waves, and it is of two types, that is primary and secondary. Primary waves are the longitudinal waves, and secondary waves are called shear waves. The longitudinal waves moves in the direction perpendicular to the direction of wave propagation. So in the, it's like a sound waves. Okay, so if the propagation of wave is in x direction, the vibration is also in the x direction. So that is p waves. And shear waves is just opposite, it moves like a electromagnetic wave at 90 degree to the wave propagation. So the correct answer is mechanical wave. Now D. The acceleration due to gravity begins to fall sharply towards the center of the earth from the discontinuity. So we know that this acceleration due to gravity G depends upon the formula that G is equal to Gm by R square. Capital G M, where M is the mass of the earth, and R square. R square is distance between the 2 points. Okay. So if we see all these options, Corona discontinuity is basically between Sial and Sima. Mohorovic is in between crust and the mantle. Gutenberg is in between mantle and the core, that is outer core. Since outer core is liquid, there is a sharp decrease in the mass, right? So the right answer is Gutenberg. Okay, and then D is Lehmann. Again, it is the boundary between liquid outer core and solid inner core. But we all know that the maximum this thing density is around the D layer. So the right answer is Gutenberg. Now, so this is from the structural part. The plunge of the normal to an axial plane of a vertical upright fold in degrees. So what is plunge? Basically, if this is the fold, okay, so the axis of the fold which makes angle with the horizontal surface is called plunge. This is plunge. But in this question, the axis of fold is vertical upright. Okay, means the axis is parallel to the horizontal. So the angle between this axis and the horizontal is 0 degree. The right answer is 0 degree. Now moving to the next question. Which one of the following rock is associated with metamorphic thermal areoles? So metamorphic thermal areoles are associated generally with contact metamorphism, and in contact metamorphism, this hornfels is formed, hornfels, skarns, everything is formed in this contact metamorphism. Okay, so the right answer is hornfels. Now, which one of the following clay minerals contain potassium? Now, most of the people think that it's kaolinite, but it's not. It's basically elite. Okay. Now, what is the composition of kaolinite? Kaolinite is a basically aluminium silicate, that is Al2Si2O5 OH ka whole 4. Elite is something which is monoclinic, similar to the muscovite, contains silicon and this magnesium and iron along with this potassium. If we talk about the Montremonite, it is again combination of sodium, calcium, aluminum, and silicates of magnesium silicates along with the water. And the fourth one, that is vermiculite, it's a hydrous phyllosilicate. So, and again, it's when we heat this vermiculite, it exfoliates. Okay, so mainly this, if this mineral is present in the rock, exfoliation occurs. So the right answer is elite. Okay. Now next question. Which one of the following sequence of the mineral correctly list an increased rate of dissolution during chemical weathering? So if you know the Bowen's reaction series, then you can answer this question very easily. Like in the Bowen's reaction series, there are two series, continuous and discontinuous. The continuous one is from anorthite to albite. Okay, that is albite oleoclase, andesine, labradorite, bituminite, and anorthite. And this side we have olivine, pyroxene, and then amphibold, and then this biotite. So we know that as we move from top to bottom, the chemical weathering, the rate of chemical weathering decreases. So the right answer for this question is, no doubt, it is asking about the increasing rate, right? So at last it should be olivine. So only one option has olivine at last. So the right answer is B, because it's asking about increasing rate. Quad is least resistant to weathering, then orthoclase, then pyroxene, then olivine. Now this is the good question. Which one of the following combination of reservoir and cap rock respectively is suitable for oil accumulation? Now, what is reservoir? If we talk about oil accumulation, so basically a reservoir is anything which is porous as well as permeable. Okay, and till now we know that most of the reservoirs are basically calcium carbonate rich, right? Like Bombay High, example is Bombay High. So if we see here, limestone and dolomite are calcium, right? Dolomite is calcium magnesium carbonate. So in between the two, any one is the correct answer. Now what is the cap rock? Cap rock is like something which holds this reservoir oil. It's like you have a choco lava cake. So the shell of the choco lava cake is hard, whereas the interior, it contains a melted chocolates. So basically cap rock is like that only. It's a non-permeable hard rock as compared to the reservoir. So we know that sandstone is permeable, right? And as well as porous. So this one is wrong. So the right answer is B, dolomite and evaporite. Now, bituminous coal is found in. So bituminous coal is found in many of the places, like in Gondwana, it is there. So here if we see Naveli, so basically Naveli we get this lignite. There are four categories: peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite. So lignite part is found in this Naveli. Now this bituminous coal is found in Sigrani. The right answer is Sigrani. Sigrani is in Madhya Pradesh. Sigrani, Sigrauli part is in Madhya Pradesh. So the right answer is Sigrani. Now, extinction of trilobite is associated with which one of the following time boundaries? So, trilobites are the age of trilobites are from Cambrian to Permian, and after Permian there is a mass extinction occur. So the right answer is this thing: Permian and Triassic boundary. It's a easy question. Now moving to the next question: transmissivity. So what is transmissivity first? Basically, it is a rate at which a groundwater flows horizontally through an aquifer. Okay, and the formula is T is equal to KD, where K is hydraulic conductivity and D is saturated thickness or depth. So the right answer is C. Now moving to the next question. Stream power is the product of a specific weight of the water with what? So what is stream power first? Stream power is the rate of energy dissipation against the bed and the banks of river or stream per unit length. So the formula for this stream power is basically a product of specific gravity along with small g, that is acceleration due to gravity, then q, that is discharge, and s, that is slope. So omega is equal to rho g qs. So we have this thing rho, and s is slope, and q is discharge. So the right answer is C. Now moving to the next question. So in Metamorphites, which one of the following mineral assemblage is stable under green schist phase condition? So green schist, right? So it is basically formed in low temperature and low pressure condition, and it is found in regional metamorphic rocks and have abundance of green minerals. So green minerals like chlorite, serpentine, epidote, and some platy minerals are also there like muscovite. Also along with these minerals, it has quartz, orthoclase, and actinolite. So the right combination is this thing: albite, that is a plesiocal then a chlorite, it's a green mineral, actinolite, and epidote. So the right answer is E. Now moving to the next question. Glycophane cyst forms in. So glycophane cyst is basically a blue cyst. Okay, don't confuse. Glycophane cyst is a blue cyst. It's a metavolcanic rock. So when basalt metamorphoses, it forms a glycophane cyst. It is formed on the high pressure and low temperature. Remember, high pressure and low temperature. So this condition, if we see in the option high pressure and low temperature, so subduction zone is the perfect choice, right? It's a high pressure region where two plates are subducted, so it's a high pressure, and at the same time it's a low temperature region. So this glycophane cyst is basically blue in color. That's why it's called blue cyst due to presence of lawsonite and a glycophane mineral. Okay, so the right answer is A. Now, which one of the following stratigraphic unit represent correct order of youngening? Okay, now if you see A, that is Trichinopalli, Utatur, and Aryalur and Ninur. So this thing are Cretaceous of Trichinopalli, but the order is incorrect. The order is, if we remember, there is a shortcut that is Natu, N-A-T-U, but it's N-A-U-T. So the short trick is Natu, Ninur, Aryalur, then Trichinopalli, then Utatur. Okay. Now B. This B option, if we see, this Sialate is from Eocene of Assam, but at the same time, this Burial formation is from Oligopleistocene of Assam. and the whole succession is incorrect, so it's incorrect. Now if you see this Barakar, Talchir, Bahrain and Raniganj, these are from the Gondwana. So the base should be Talchir because it starts from the base, that is Talchir formation, but it is at the second position, so this one is again incorrect. Now the correct one is C, that is from Sivaliks. Okay, now Sivalik is divided into three groups, that is lower Sivalik, middle Sivalik and upper Sivalik. The lower Sivalik is Kalimal formation, then Chinji, then in middle we have Nagri and this Dokfathan, and in upper Sivalik we have Tatrot along with Pinjar and boulder conglomerates. So the right answer is C. Now we have to match. So this kind of questions is very easy. Please solve this question. Like if you know any of the option, you can come to the answer. Okay. So SIF, what is SIF? It's like a railway embankment. It is formed when one of the arms of a bargain is eroded or get displaced by air. So SIF is aeolian. Spit. So it is basically formed by the longshore current along with the beach. So the right answer is coastal. Levee. So we know that in the fluvial condition there is a formation of natural levee which is formed due to the flooding along the river channel. So the right answer is fluvial. And drumlins. The last option is drumlins. It is associated with glacial. Okay. Now, and the thrust fault is between ramp and flat geometry. Which one of the following pairs defines a flat? Okay, so flat means the deep and the bedding deep. That is, fall deep and the bedding deep should be in one plane. Okay. Now, if you see the first option, the fall deep and the bedding deep are at 20 degree, right? If we consider 0 degree as a initial point, and from 0 degree it's 20 degree north. So this thing is not a flat. Again, this is at 90 degree, right? One is in north, one is in south. So this is not a flat. Again, we see this is again opposite of that. Here it's south and it's north. So if we consider the fourth one, that is 60 degree north and 60 degree north, both are in the same plane. So the right answer is D. Now we have to match. Okay, so let's do this. So Nalla Malai has a deposits of barite, okay, in Kumbhum cells. So right answer for this is goes to 2, and then manganese goes to Mansar formation. So in Mansar formation, that is basically a saucer group, we got manganese deposits. Then chromite is gone with Saragur. Well-known deposit of chromite is in Saragur. And similarly, the last one is phosphate. So remember, never leave this question. It's very easy type of question, just matching. No, it's a number maker questions. So the last question, I think second last. So match the type of the metamorphism listed in group 1, 2. Now contact metamorphism, we already taught this. Contact metamorphism is associated with hornfels and then scan. So the right answer is gone with scan. The shear zone. So in shear zone we have myelonites. So it's basically in shear zones or faults there is a formation of myelonites, which is a molten rock due to friction between the two blocks it forms. On ocean floor we have this splite thing. It's a kind of basalt, we can say. And the shock metamorphism, in this shock metamorphism we have this impactite. So basically this stishovite belongs to or associated with this impactite. It is formed due to the meteoritic impact. So this splite is this important thing. Okay, now what is splites? So basically this is a soda rich basalt in which albite or albite oligocase is predominant, and remember it's a strongly sodic lava. Okay, and it's basically developed in oceanic geosyncline environments with a thick section of gravitic, sometimes pilobasalts. Okay, now moving to the next question. The video, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share my video. Hope you like it. Please keep supporting me. Thank you.